subreddit. It's just a new subreddit. Hassan Piker deserves his own snark subreddit. That's a fair thing to do. We will follow the exact same rules that the H3H3 snark subreddits have, down to the letter. Down to the letter. It's going to be a brand new thing. We haven't decided yet, but it's going to be for fair criticism of Hassan. And I think that that'll be something that's good. Maybe we'll do it of Twitch in general. I'm not sure yet.
It's not just LSF.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll come up with the details. But yeah, I have noticed certainly that they've banned the past ones. But I think now Ethan Klein has his claws into Reddit so much, they might be on a little bit edge too much to go ahead and just ban something that starts up at this point.
Maybe. Also, just as a shout out, this is Dan's idea. I have no affiliation with any.
You mean we talked about this literally beforehand?
Subreddit. I think snark subreddits are weird and cringe, so I would never make one about anybody.
Oh, but we were talking at length about how I was going to say this was our idea.
Oh yeah, good one. Just saying, for the clips, for people that clip them.
Why even? There's no hope for you. Twitch will never take you back. Never.
It has nothing to do with Twitch and nothing to do with hope. I think snark subreddits are weird and cringe, and I would never.
You know what it is? You're like, in a certain extent, you're reminding me of Mr. Girl right now when you say that. Do you know why?
Why?
Because Mr. Girl had goals he wanted to accomplish, but he wouldn't take certain tactics to get those goals across. So when he was trying to convince you of something, I'd be like, listen, the best example is like, okay, you think that Nazis are bad. You know, a really good way to make Nazis kind of look stupid is ask them about dinosaurs and if they were around with people. And then they're going to say, yeah, they were around with people. And then guess what? Everyone around them is going to be like, oh, this guy's a moron, right? The problem is he was like, I'm not willing to do that. That's not the right way. People need to understand the reason that Nazis are bad. I don't want to take the cheap trick of going and saying, hey, you know, these guys believe in dinosaurs. What a bunch of morons. He didn't want to do that. Instead, what he wanted to do was take you the long way there, and he wouldn't take that cheap trick. So that's kind of what you're doing, is that it's being used against you. It's being used against a lot of other creators, and you.
Well, I think first of all,
it is the status quo.
The issue with Mr. Girl is Mr. Girl was almost like the most hardcore, like deontological-esque approach to online content creation, to where like if he thinks somebody should take him seriously about a thing, then that's it. Like he's the kind of guy who would say, I think this person thinks I'm a pedophile, so I'm literally going to show up in a debate with them with 6 children with bathing suits behind me because it's so ridiculous that they don't even believe that I'm a pedophile, and I'll do that just to prove that I'm not. Like, he would do that type of thing because he's so. I'm not that far along. But there are some things that I just think are cringe, and I'm not going to like support them.
It is cringe, but it's also the status quo, right? To have this right now.
It kind of is, yeah. I just don't want, like, there's.
And it will change nothing for you whether you do it.
It'll change my community. I don't want to have like I don't mind on people for stuff that's relevant. So like political stuff, there's some personal stuff that'll come up that'll be relevant. Like him calling for a wellness check on his ex is funny given his stance on it, I guess. Or, you know, things like related to the wealth and the crazy expenditures, but saying he's like gets paid a dentist salary. But the obsessive tracking of personal stuff, I think is weird.
Yeah, it sucks. And it happens to, I mean, there's a snark for DGG. I mean, I think there's like 3 of them at this point.
Yeah, a lot of them are like the same guy posting.
Sure.
He's like crazy, but I know what you mean, yeah.
So that exists already.
No, I agree it's a status quo. Like if somebody made it, I don't think I would necessarily judge them, but I wouldn't want my community to get sucked into that world because I just think it's a really gross style of community, and those don't usually last very long. Like they self-destruct. Like even some of the snark communities around me kind of self-destructed after they didn't know much to talk about anymore. Yeah.
The way I look at it is that we're in this system, and there's this idealistic way that the world should work, right? And I think that's a big problem that Democrats almost exist in right now. Is like, this is how things should be. You should follow the rule of law. You should do things this way. You're not allowed to do that way. All these rules, and Democrats hobble themselves because the other side doesn't do it. And I feel like what you're saying right now is kind of like, oh, well, I'm gonna be above all of this stuff, and all it does is put you at a disadvantage. I understand, like,
I understand what you're saying, but there's different buckets of action. Like there are things that feel good to do that everybody sees as good to do.
Sure.
There are things that feel good to do that some people might disagree on, you know, whether or not they're good to do, and then things that like don't feel good to do and nobody sees them as good to do. So like, something that feels good to do and people see it as good as like, oh, I'm criticizing that guy because of a political belief that he states. Nobody has any problems with this.
Sure.
Right? There's this middle bucket that a lot of them partake in, which is where, I'm sorry. there's a middle bucket where my firefighter jokes or the Ashley Babbitt jokes where like it is funny, I like it, and it feels good to do it. Not everybody thinks that it's like, you know, that great. Other people have issues with it, so we get into some trouble there. But then there's a third bucket of things where and I don't know if I just missed this like gene for the, well, I mean, like I guess it can be fun to gossip sometimes, but the people that obsessively gossip on those crazy like
yes,
just to go
those
like KFD or stuff. It's not even like a thing where it's like we got to play even. It just doesn't. It wouldn't even feel good. Like it just like I don't know.
Yeah, but those people are already doing that right now.
That's fine, and they can do it. And if other people do it, I'm not going to judge them for it. But I don't want to be involved in that. Like it's not a thing that would make me feel good. Even it's not a values thing. Well, like if there was a guy out there that was like mass raping, and there was a way for me to like steal like $1,000 from him, I'd be like, bro, you're a rapist. I'm going to steal money from you. But like, if there's a way for me to like rape him, I don't think I would like, well, you rape anyway, because it just wouldn't feel good to rape the person, you know? But like stealing money.
You know, I don't know. Like raping rapists, you're not down with that.
I think that at some point there are certain actions that if you enjoy partaking in them, it destroys part of yourself, and it starts to create a really nasty community around those things as well, I think. So
I guess I just feel like there's such a disadvantage. Like Hassan is like such a bad faith actor across the board. Like for months, I didn't really, you know, I brought up his brothel, but I didn't really bring up any of the Diddy stuff or anything. But he relentlessly wouldn't stop on this Diddy stuff, and I'm sure we're gonna get to it. What did we talk about last week or no? I don't even know if it was how long ago this was. Hassan and the Diddy party stuff.
No, it wasn't last week, but
like it's just the thing is, you lose if you don't play ball. That's it. If you're out there,
I agree, but there are some ways you can lose if you do play ball. Like it's too much. Like you've lost.
That is true. You can lose if you play ball, but you're almost guaranteed to lose if you don't play ball.
I think it depends on what the thing we're talking about is. I don't think you lose by not raping rapists.
I mean, yeah, sure. There's definitely points of going too far. It's just it's a sad state of affairs that like this stuff happens out there. I would agree with that. It's a sad state, but it is the state that we're in. And you can either come at it like I'm above this, I'm not going to do it, and you get on. And none of these people have the pushback. And Hassan will keep growing and growing and getting more and more media attention and being on the Daily Show and being on all this other stuff, and you won't. Right. So
listen, you're outcome oriented, and I'm looking at the virtue of it.
That is true. I am.
Yeah,
I would
if people want to do it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and judge people for it. I wouldn't want to be involved in it, and I wouldn't want my community to be involved in it, because when you partake in that type of behavior, you create a certain type of community and person. And I just don't want to create that type of community and person.
I guess this is a decent enough question, but where do you stand on the to a certain extent, the ends justify the means? If everyone else is doing the ends.
I don't like the phrase the ends justify the means, but I'm a big like tit for tat person. If other people have set a certain standard of behavior, then I think it's okay to engage in that standard of behavior.
Isn't that what we're talking about, though?
Yeah, but you're missing, again, there's things that I think should always just be bad. Like, or if it feels good doing it, then there's something wrong there. That it shouldn't be okay, right? Like if I found out that somebody was like taking a shit in my food every day, and somebody wanted to beat the shit out of them, that'd be fine. But I would never like start taking a shit in their food. It would.
I guess so. Taking Hassan as an example here, you have a guy who is basically platforming terrorism, right?
Not basically, he is. Yeah,
sure.
Platforming and promoting, yes, and supporting and cheering it on, yes.
Don't you think that there should be some appendix that is dedicated to classifying and categorizing and making this data available so that it's not able to spread like wildfire, and he should be relegated.
Yeah, but you're talking about something so different now. Like in my mind, the snarker stuff is like a weird obsession with personal life.
Oh, if you're talking about the stuff against Ethan, yeah, I mean it's certainly weird.
If you want to talk about like that,
the Giardia and shit like that,
that's what I'm talking about when I say I don't want to be.
Oh no, I'm just talking about. Who gives a like?
Okay, when you talk about snark stuff, it's generally the personal obsession. If you want to talk about like archiving like all of the weird like terrorist, I'm fully on board with that. I hope on our wiki we do that a lot.
Yeah, like, I think it just needs to be, the wiki. There is a lot of that. I think it needs to be on Reddit. Sure. I think that's a disconnect we have. Like, I don't give a like who Hassan is dating or anything along those lines. No, I'm like, to me the snark thing is like another day, another Hassan deleted tweet praising North Korea. Like
I'm sorry. I wouldn't consider snarking at all.
Oh.
It's stuff related to political stuff. Yeah, that should be. I would be fine with people posting about it.
Those people. Okay, we're on the same page then. I guess I forgot Yes, some of those people, they are.
The snarking stuff is literally
You're
like
you're talking
you could tell
about,
today
like,
that Hassan and Valkyrie definitely got in a fight because when Hassan showed up on stream,
Oh, yeah, no,
he
that's
was quieter
retarded.
and Valk was texting, and I bet she's probably cheating on him and blah blah blah. It's like that's like the weird.
Oh no, that's
the snarker.
That's
shit.
that's
yeah.